Welcome again to the presentation called Road to Improvement. So the main title doesn't show what the real content is. I was asked what are you talking about, and I'm talking about how to get a better position in the market, how you can compete with some other companies, how you can get a better qualification, why qualification makes sense, and also maybe some other ideas besides testing. Probably there are some skills also make sense for a software tester. Let me give you some short words about myself. Wow, nice picture. A few years ago. I don't have a double sound here. Can you turn it off a little bit here? Because this one I don't need, I guess. Can you? Huh? Okay. So I studied law once, and since 2005 I'm in the business. So I started to organize such a conference like this. It was the World Congress in Munich. Some of you were there, Mr. President, Suzumu-san, and maybe it was not that unsuccessful. They asked me a few months later to get the managing director of the whole company, which I did. And since then, I'm traveling around the world and discuss with the people what is the best way to qualify the people, how we can implement new professions into the market, how can we qualify testers, what can we do to create better software quality. Because that is the main focus of the company and also of the association, getting better quality of software by qualifying the people. That is the main idea behind it. You see that I published some books, and also I have some duties to do. I'm gladly joined some working groups in the ISTQB. If they ask me to support them, then I give them my advice. But also, and it was a real pleasure, a few years ago, I was asked by Alexander Tarasenko to help some people here in Ukraine to set up the Ukraine testing board, software testing board. And since then, we are working together in the in a way of kind of friendship and cooperation, and very fruitful. This morning I said that we examined 26 new people, and with them we have altogether around 400 people certified so far in Ukraine. And I guess that is a result of some people, not more than 5 in the beginning, I guess. They believed in the success of this idea, qualifying and certifying the people, and you see now we have that in more than 50 countries. I will give you some numbers. At the end, we are a non-for-profit and non-governmental association, so we are owned by the ASQF. It's an association with more than 1,000 members. Big players like Microsoft Germany, HP, SAP, and Siemens for sure, but also standing alone consultants, small and medium-sized companies coming together. It's a kind of network you know probably from IT Ukraine. If you're from Ukraine, you have a similar association here. All the companies coming together under the main idea qualifying the people. You see, software testing is not our main focus, but beside that, when we talk about quality assurance, we are thinking about the whole life cycle of software development. And it starts not with testing, but with requirements engineering. That's why the second most successful scheme is requirements engineering. Then software testing, software architecture, project management, secure software development, certified agile testing, and so on and so on. And we are very proud that last year we reached more than 11,000 exams worldwide. So we are, as we are located in Germany, we are running now exams in more than 60 countries in more than 7 languages. Among them, it's also Farsi. You know where the people speaking Farsi? Where? It's Iran. Yeah. So strange enough, but they have the same problem there. Very good universities. University of Tehran, University of Isfahan, very high talented software engineers, IT professionals, academics, with no hope, no future, because nobody recognized this university degree. And that's why some companies ask us to give them the chance to get certified with ISTQB, to have better chances to acquire some projects, find some jobs outside Iran, and it worked quite well. So we are not only in the Germany and the big countries, but also we are trying to develop and help some countries like Ukraine, for example, or Latvia was another one. You see here some of the countries. Not in each and every country we are running software testing. We are running requirements engineering, as I said, certified agile testing, but the main focus is still IT. 2008, we were very surprised that Forrester found out that we are the most wide-known global quality association beside the British Computer Society. And that was because we changed our philosophy a little bit. To fix the real needs of the industry, we got a call from HP when they acquired EDS a few years ago. And they asked us, is it possible that you design an internal qualification program for us, for Hewlett-Packard, global? And we sat there with them together, tried to fix their needs in a curriculum with different skills, and after that, they started an internal qualification campaign with ISTQB, with requirements engineering and some other skills, and by that, we got that successful, that Forrester named us. You see that also in Germany, because I was asked this question several times this morning, is this ISTQB stuff really industry relevant? Is that really industry accepted? And you see, the most of the 30 most successful German companies using at least one or more of our certificates. Mainly it's ISTQB. Also, they do not an official commitment. You will never listen or read that Daimler said, oh, we are committed on ISTQB because we have so many challenges regarding our software quality. No, but they were looking in the market how we can qualify our people, how we can try to bring people from different nations, different cultural backgrounds together in an international project, and they identify that, for example, the lead standard on software testing is ISTQB, and therefore we have this industry relevance. Currently, we have different ways to do the exam. This morning it was paper-based. You know that from the university, something like that. Somebody is coming and distributing the papers, and then after multiple choice tests, collecting them. The second one is PC-based or computer-based or e-exam, different names for that. It's not possible to do it on your home PC. You have to go to a PC lab like Pearson VUE, Prometheus, Criterion, some other service providers, or licensed PC-based exam center, and then you can make the exam also there. The benefit is that you get your result immediately, so much faster than paper-based. And next week we will launching the third or next generation, it's the iPad exam. The iPad exam we developed to put all the benefits from paper-based and PC-based together. That means iPad exam we're doing in-house, so we're coming. It's not necessary that you go to a licensed test center. You can do it immediately after training. You got also the results immediately after the exam. And the additional benefit is that we print out a certificate immediately, so you leave the room with a certificate paper in your hand. That is the next generation. Regarding to that, you can also use a free app from iTunes Store next week, where you can make some test exams, self-assessments. So you can try out, I am ready to make the advanced level. What is my level of regarding foundation level? Test it out, figure it out, you got an advice after that, go to the exam, go to the training, read the book, or forget it all. So that is something it's very new. It's for free. Try to find it out. If you are a little bit shy, not really know, do I really need the training, or is it enough to read the book? The importance of certification, I would like to give you some arguments about that, because there was also discussion this morning, do I really need this certification? I am not a better software tester if I'm certified, somebody said to me. That's true. My answer was, you are also not a better car driver with a driving license. Either you can drive or you cannot. But I feel myself a little bit much more comfortable when I know that the taxi driver I'm driving with has a driving license. So that's why there is an idea behind that some people sit together and get the idea, okay, maybe it makes sense that we talk about the standard, a minimum of knowledge, a minimum of practical experiences, and we certify it. By the way, again, from those join this presentation now? Who is already ISTQB certified? Okay, thank you. And any other certification? Microsoft, HP, SAP, something like that? Not that much, okay. And the rest is interested, or just skeptic? Both, okay. So you see here how you certified companies with outsourced projects. If we talk about Ukraine, it's an outsourcing community. I would like to ask you, what do you think? How many projects at the end, project results, finally fulfilling in total the expectations of an outsourcing project owner? What do you think? How many percent? Fulfilling all the requirements and expectations. Any numbers? 30%. 30%? 20? Not more than 20. Okay? So, not that much. Yeah? Maybe in Ukraine it's better. Fulfilled a little bit more, but you see, partly fulfilled and not fulfilled cannot satisfy the client. So because that partly and not is not enough. So there is a problem. And what is the result of that? There's another question here. Is outsourcing really a strong trend in the IT industry? What do you think, how many percent of the German IT projects going offshore? 80. 85% of the IT projects going offshore?
40. 60.
76.9 are going onshore, on-site. That means in the local neighborhood. Only 14 going nearshore. That means in the country close to Germany. And only 9% going to countries like India, for example. For example, Siemens Medical Care, you know probably, heard about, in Erlangen, very big company. Around Erlangen, they created a cluster of more than 200 supplying companies where they're doing onshore and nearshore. What's the reason for that? What do you think? I mean, it's clear, the answer was the page before. If such a low percentage fulfill the full expectations, then it makes no sense for them to bring the project offshore. So there is no trust in the market, not enough. So is there a way, that was the question of the companies, not of the outsourcing companies, the companies who have looking for partners. Is there a way how you can create trustworthiness in the competency of companies, for example, in Ukraine? And as I'm running in the Qualification Institute, the answer is clear. Yes, and the answer is qualification. Yeah, for sure. If you have high talented people in your company, as you have here in the companies I know in Ukraine, Profix, Miratech, EPAM, and all these companies, they're doing a very good job, and you're acquiring a lot of outsourcing projects, for sure. But it could be more, it could be better, it could be easier, and for sure it could be for much more money. If there would be more trust in the market. And that's why we are promoting a way out of that, standardized training and certification. I do not want to tell you, also I'm only selling exams and certification, that certification is the solution. No, education is the solution. You need to bring the knowledge to the people. And maybe after that, if it makes sense, then you can get them certified. But before that, you have to educate and to train them. Okay, I was asked to some benefits of certification for professionals. Training on the job, that's for sure, because it's practical relevance. Lifelong learning includes latest findings, best practice, tendencies, also feedback from the industry and so on. I was asked, is it really industry relevant? Yes, it is, because, for example, ISTQB is updating from time to time the syllabus. They invite the industry partners joining in the working groups, giving their input in the syllabus, and by that we have the industry relevance, for example, in such standards. Then we have a common understanding, the common language, we call it. So if you talk about some testing methods, you mean the same if you're talking with some other people from other countries in the same project, because there's one glossary, for example. Reputation, credibility, and personal accomplishment. You can measure the skills level of somebody, and for sure, and that's a good argument for you, it will increase your personal income. The Gartner report found out that up to 11% it increases your income if you get certified your skills. I mean, is that a reason? So if you think about a lot of arguments, then it's for sure your personal argument to invest your own money to get certified. But on the opposite, that is also the reason why a lot of companies are not paying your certification. Because they know, if I certify my people, they would like to ask for more money, for better income, for better projects, for responsibilities, something like that. And that's why some of the companies decided not to do it, but I think that they fail because there are also some benefits for the companies. For sure, improve customer satisfaction, increase safety, professional development for opportunities for the employees. In Germany, we have the problem or the challenge that we do not have enough HR resources anymore. And that's why you have to offer your employees, if you would like to keep them in your company, a career path. It's written in a contract beside the income and some other things. Okay, I will invest in the next 3 years, for example, in your qualification. I will qualify you to a full advanced ISTQB software tester, for example. And that is something, it helps to keep the very good people in the companies, increase the competence level, compliance with industry regulations and government requirements, higher credibility, and the annual savings due to quality increase. So, but for sure, you think probably now Stefan is on the stage telling how good the certification is. I know hundreds of different certification programs. How to find out through this jungle of qualification programs? What makes more sense for me? What really fits my needs? So I could say for sure it's ISTQB. No, that is not fair. Yeah? A Microsoft guy would tell you for sure it's Microsoft because we have better numbers. Yeah, one would say, oh, we have 200,000 numbers. So are there some criteria helps you to find out what is really needed? And I believe there are some criteria, and I call it the high five principle. The high five principle are 5 criteria. A qualification program which creates really trustworthiness in the market, credibility, and all these benefits I mentioned before should be really international. Internationalized and localized, like Jaron said this morning, but internationalized means this standard, the quality level, the level of questions and syllabus and exams should be the same if it is in Bangladesh, Berlin or Boston. Or that it is always on the same level and is guaranteed that they have exactly the same trainings, exactly the same challenges regarding the exam, and also sometimes the same questions. It should be ISO 17024 compliant. I truly believe that training should be independent from exam. That means somebody who trains you should not be the examiner. There should not be no influence and mixing of each other. And that is the requirement, one of the requirements of the ISO 17024 compliance. Also data protection and so on, it's something it's required by this specific ISO standard. It should be independent. Independent means independent from product and independent from a company. So when I talk about certification, I do not talk about HP, Microsoft, Oracle, SAP qualification programs. They have their quality. Okay, we are talking about qualification programs is used by HP, Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, because it's the common language. It's the minimum consensus, all of them. They develop it together, they use it, and that's what we are calling a qualification program. You can use these methods you learn from the ISTQB with all kinds of tools, with all kinds of products, with any kind of companies, so it makes you can keep it for your own, for your whole life, also when you change the company or the country or the part of the world. Then it should be industry accepted. That's for sure, it should be relevant in the market. Industry acceptance you create only by relevance, by numbers, but I guess at least I give you some examples of other schemes. If the industry think that it's not really fixed their needs, they will not buy it. So if you have a certain volume of numbers, there is the acceptance. Improvable means it should be upgraded from time to time. So you should look in the processes, in the syllabus. Is there the possibility that they fix up the tendencies, new trends, new feedback from the industry from time to time, as I mentioned it before on the example of the ISTQB or requirement engineering. So, short words to the ISTQB tester, some of them you know that. If not, you can go to the website istqb.org. I guess it's the best example I have with me, fulfilling all the things I said before. Fulfilling partly, Mr. President, already the high five principle. It is creating the kinds of benefits I mentioned before, and therefore I would really suggest that if you think about the next step of qualification, think about ISTQB foundation level, or if you have foundation level already, go to the next step, advanced level, or wait until the ISTQB set up the so-called add-ons of specific domain content, testing for finance, testing for automation, and something like that, but always on the basis of the ISTQB foundation level. That is the basis. So, the worldwide standard introduced 3 levels. You heard it already from Yaron this morning. We have a foundation level, we have an advanced level with 3 different modules, and sometimes, coming soon, the expert level. Mr. President, when exactly we will see the expert level?
It's there already.
It's there already. When we can make the first training and exams? Yeah. So we are working hard on it. And that is a running joke between us, because we got so many feedbacks from the industry that we decided not to be the fastest ones, but to be very carefully discussing, keeping the feedback, using it, and make one round more. So this fall, I guess, September, October, something like that, we will see that. More than 200,000 in 80 countries. You see, also, give you some examples, you cannot read it, but anyway, these are some advertisements from companies looking for professionals. And they are looking not for university degree, you cannot read it, but here's written ISTQB certified tester, or similar. There is nothing similar, but it's ISTQB certified tester. If you go to Job Pilot or Monster or all these websites and print ISTQB, you will see a lot of offers looking for ISTQB certified tester. So it's really relevant. Next example, fulfilling all these requirements is requirements engineering. I truly believe that it is this skill it's a software tester today, nowadays really need, besides testing skills. Because if we see why a project failed, that often, for example, always trouble with fulfilling the requirements because they were not talking enough, they did not understand each other. I mean, it's clear, you know that from yourself. If you go to the government and they ask you to set up a software project, you say, yeah, I would like to have this and this and this. Can you give an example? When we have elections in Germany, they came to the idea, okay, let's publish all the results immediately at 6 o'clock in the evening on the website. Okay, they hired a company, they created the software and everything, and the web application, everything was ready. First election in Germany, 6 p.m., 5 minutes, the website cracked down. Right?
Not enough testing.
Too many visitors. Because they totally ignored that not only journalists are going to that website or some young politicians, everybody went to this website with the handhelds everywhere. So the requirements are not clear. That's why we believe that it is necessary that the tester is still part of the project also when they're talking about the requirements already in the beginning. There's the same, they're following the same structure. That is good because you will see that sometimes they refer to each other in the syllabus. It includes a lot of business analyst staff, domain experts, project IT managers, something like that. As I said, I think it's a key discipline, you know that, and we have currently more than 8,000 people, so there is a relevance, and if you see the brands using this requirement engineering skills, you see that it is worldwide accepted. Beside ISTQB, that makes sense. They have also a foundation level, they have an advanced level. There's also a multiple choice test available in English, also available in Ukraine, Russia, and Belarus. Second, as I said, new tendency, so the new tendency, but it's agile testing. When I start to come up with the idea, you want to say something? No. When I came up with the idea 2 years ago and said, okay, agile is a hype, let's do a qualification program with a certification on agile testing, it was close that they threw me out of the room, this agile community. Because this agile community and certification, that is something, I do not know how it is in Ukraine. I know that they have a huge conference here from time to time on agile testing, but that it was nothing the agile community really believed that the certification makes sense. That they think standardization is the end of creativeness and something like that. But then we invited them. I said, okay, if you are not believing in the current qualification programs, come together, tell us how should the qualification program looks like for agile testers. And they said, first is no multiple choice. Why? For sure, in agile testing project, the soft skills are much more important probably than in other projects, and that's why soft skills like interacting, communication skills, something like that. And you cannot really test the soft skills with a multiple choice test. And that's why we decided for better acceptance and also for fairness, multiple choice is not possible. That's why we have developed a threefold certification examination. There's a theoretical one, you got a test cases, practical one, again, and we have a soft skill assessment. The soft skill assessment is running during the training already. The trainer is also like an assessor, looking at you when you work with your colleagues in some project teams, working together on some exercises. He's looking at you, how to interact, how you work, how you react under time pressure, something like that. And you get a soft skill report, and all together creates the examination of a certified agile tester. And we say we will not train or educate testers, we will train testers. That's why we said we are recommending to have the ISTQB foundation level before you enter the certified agile tester course, because you need to have testing experiences before you join this specific method. Just a short overview about the content. Some of you have this small flyer in your bags, and also everything on the website, also some testimonials. But you see here, every evening you got sample questions, and then you work together. You hear about, for sure, introduction, the Agile Manifesto, but then you go also in detail, technical testing, non-functional testing, test automation, and so on. And at the end, on the 5th day, there is the exam. So we have this currently worldwide implemented in the different continents. For sure, Europe is the main. And you see, this way we did another way around. We invited in the beginning some companies to join the syllabus working group and give us from the beginning their thoughts, as I said, because they were very skeptical. And we are very happy that companies like Nokia, also Micro Focus, also SAP, join these working groups and develop with us together this whole certified agile testing course. Okay, and where can you take your exam? Here in Ukraine, Belarus or Russia? Unfortunately, I can only inform you now about Ukraine because I didn't prepare the rest. You see here that we have, beside the paper-based public exam sessions, you got the dates from the Ukraine testing board. Test centers all over Ukraine. That means you can go to the website. It's the company is named Pearson VUE. Pearson VUE licensed here test centers, and you can make PC-based exams whenever you want. Requirements engineering, ISTQB foundation level in English, in Russian, in German, in French. Everything is available there. And in here, you see, you have quite more. So just around the corner, there is the possibility. You can make it Monday if you want. You can buy a book you can read the syllabus, you can try it without any preparation, that is up to you. Unfortunately, we have no trainings yet here in Ukraine, but you can do it as e-learning, with an e-learning program. The e-learning is available. You can prepare yourself, and then you can try it. My experience is foundation level if you read the book. Some of them, a lot of them are on the market in English. You are prepared enough. We have an average passing rate here in Ukraine about 90%, right? So that's why it's possible to do it, and it's worth to try it, at least. So, that is my advice to do, and if you invite me to come again, I would also proctor the exam. As I said this morning, I'm very happy to be here and back in Kiev, like always, because last time I got a little bit in trouble. Some of you know the story. Last time I went out with some international friends on the street and I got in prison. So that's why any advice how to behave in Ukraine would be nice. Why I got in prison? No political stuff, don't worry. No, I was just buying 2 bottles of beer in one of the kiosks, not far from the arena. And after 5 minutes, 5 policemen came and said, it's not allowed, I have to pay a fee. And after long discussion in prison, that was my last experience. But anyway, I'm always glad to get invited and to come back to Kiev. Thanks for your attention, and now I'm ready to listen to your questions. Thank you very much. So, any questions? Yes?
Hi, Stephen. Igor Fujitsu. Do you know about any alternatives in certification?
What was the word?
Alternatives. Another ways of certification.
You mean other certificates than ISTQB?
Yes.
Yes. For sure, we thought about that. And we were screening the market. Are there any other testing certifications, for example? I guess in the US there are some, but the worldwide league standard fulfilling these requirements, there's only the ISTQB. Requirements engineering, you have alternatives. For example, ICEP, the company from the British Computer Society, offering in requirements engineering exam. Also the business analyst of them, it's covering requirements engineering skills, but it's much more than just requirements engineering. And the Atlantic Software Guild, something like that, is also doing something, but it's more US focused. Certified Agile Tester, for sure, there is Scrum out in the market, but Scrum is not just for testers, and we were focusing on testers, and probably there we have some followers, but the Certified Agile Tester is the scheme I think it's the most successful now. Yeah. So partly, it depends on the region, you have some alternatives, but if you focus on the requirements, I said before, the high five principle, there's not so many alternatives, not from running the numbers. Do you know some?
I know at least ICEP.
ICEP?
From British
Yeah.
organization.
Yes, but ICEP, they had the practitioner testing scheme, but they are now also under the umbrella of the ISTQB. So this is the same now. ICEP and ISTQB, there's a difference, it's the same scheme now. They have an alliance, exactly, they have an alliance, yes. Yeah, if you do an ICEP exam on testing now, it is an ISTQB exam. But thanks for the clarification. No, behind you, sorry? Yes, yeah. As I'm not the inventor, was the initiator of the expert level, I was a little bit skeptic, but for any reasons, there are some people, they're really testing experts. And probably there is a need for some test managers to go more in detail on upper level. I cannot tell you about the pricing. I'm pretty sure it's much more expensive than the advanced level, because the expert level you cannot test by multiple choice. So the exam itself is much more effort, and that's why it would be much more expensive. But I have not a contract yet, I have no license yet to run it, so I wait for the information of the ISTQB.
As I know, you currently don't advanced level providers, so is it the same like expert level or not?
The advanced level test management, the test management module on the expert level is much more in detail and is much more focused on the test management skills. It's not just an overview, it's just focused on. So they decided to create different modules. For example, security testing is one module you can choose on expert level, test management, probably there will be sometimes model-based testing. It depends on your working environment, what you really need, what your clients need, what kind of knowledge you need more specifically. And for them, the expert level makes sense. For sure, if you talk at the expert level, that is not the massive business. That is, you have one expert, 2 experts per company, something like that. So that is just an addition for them who are really experts in the market, developing the scheme, driving it on, something like that. So I cannot see that it is a failure to do it. It completes the scheme, and we will see there is a request in the market regarding the pricing. My proposal is it should be much more, no, not much more, it should be more expensive than currently the advanced level is, because the exam is different. I would compare it with the Certified Agile Tester. Certified Agile Tester is also a mixture of assessment and an essay you have to write. And in Germany the price is 400 euros. And I would expect that on average the price level would be the same. Yes? Go to the ISTQB website, istqb.org. Yes, they have a new website, very nice. On the left side, you will find a button, expert level, and you find a good PowerPoint presentation with all the detailed information on expert level. Yeah? And there's also a contact. You can contact directly the members of the working group and ask more questions if you have, or your concerns or something like that, if you have doubts on it. Yeah? Yes?
Not a question, but for the thanks. I think that it's really very important for Ukraine, this certification program, and why? For me, for example, I'm working in a big bank. It's not a software company, but when I look for tester, maybe I will not check if she or he are certified. I'm looking for real professional in this business area,
sure.
And I can't promptly say, tester, please pass this exam and be certified tester. But if more, 1, 2, 3 more person work in my department, they can grow their processes and the quality of this company from the board. You see, it's very good, and thank you very much.
Appreciate your investment in that. So keep the budget for the qualification of your professionals. Yeah. And I guess one question we still have time. Last question. This young man there.
Thank you, Stefan. My name is Nikhil. I have the following question. If I'm going to be an expert, what prerequisites do I need? Will it be all 3 advanced level certificates, or will it be just one of them, or will it be advanced plus foundation?
Yeah, if you have one advanced level module, you need to have the foundation level before anyway. So that's why you have this. The prerequisites for the expert are not much focused on the certification you did before, but much more on the practical experiences. That's why a prerequisite to enter the expert level is the proved experience in projects. What are the exactly number of years you need to have before?
It depends on, again, it depends on the certification.
Yeah.
Depends on the certification, and it's Depends on the certification, and it's written in the syllabus. So the prerequisite is written there, so you don't need to invent or think. It's written exactly what you need to have, and also what you need to gain afterwards.
Yeah.
And the expert level is a more continuous one, so it's not for life. They are at the foundation and advanced is for life, but expert level each time you need to renew. Okay. Because the expertise are changing all the time, and you gain more knowledge and gain more experience. So you must practice that. And you have many ways to do it, either through additional exam, or if you publish articles or books or something like that. So you show the people that you really practice this experience stuff. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and driving the scheme forward by sharing your knowledge and so on. But again, also the same advice for you, go to the isqb.org website. There's a presentation specifically on advanced expert level. Yeah? Welcome. So guys, thank you very much. Good luck.